Programming is hard. Learning to program by yourself is even harder. Luckily, you don't have to learn by yourself anymore. My one goal is to help you along your programming journey. Hi, my name is Cesar. I've been a software developer for 9 years. I've developed an app, I founded an agency, I've been a bootcamp instructor, and I've worked with several Silicon Valley startups. And now I'm hoping with this channel to help you along your programming journey. So I want to help you know how to get started in tech because I did it. I wasn't born a programmer. In fact, growing up, I didn't code. I wasn't one of those kids that knew how to code. In fact, I didn't know about programming till I was 10 years into another career. You know growing up how your parents give you chores? Well, my chores was doing taxes with my dad. And you know how when you're thinking about going to college, it seems like all your friends know exactly what they want to be? I want to be a doctor. I want to be an engineer. Well, I didn't know what I wanted to be, but I knew how to do taxes and my dad was an accountant, so I decided to be an accountant. And I hated it. I hated going to work. I hated my day-to-day. I was miserable and bored. One day during tax season, on a particularly awful day, I remember Googling what else I could do. I just couldn't bear the thought of still being an accountant past my 30s. And I remember stumbling upon web development and I fell in love. I remember coding my first HTML page and I couldn't believe people got paid to do this. From that moment on, I devoured any and all information I could find to learn more about web development. I wanted to learn as much as I could, but I got to the point where I didn't know what else to learn. I needed guidance. That's when I met my mentor, Ken Stowell. It was because of him that I focused and improved, and I even got a job. And that's why I created this YouTube channel. 9 years later, I'm hoping to continue to pay it forward. So let's talk a little bit about being a web developer and the tech industry and how to get started. The first thing is, what's it like in the tech industry? Well, firstly, tech industry is a big word that encompasses a lot of fields. Some of the career paths can be web development, software development, iOS development, Android development, project management, strategist, UI UX designer. There's a lot of different fields. So given all those different fields, I want to focus on web development. So what is a web developer? A web developer is a developer that focuses on the development of web applications, specifically those that deal with web servers and web browsers, allowing you to choose between the front end, web browsers, and the back end, web servers. When I first started, I researched the front end technologies that were most in demand, and those are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These three languages are the foundation for building your skills in web development, and they're only the tip of the iceberg. Luckily, there's many resources online to learn these foundational languages. But remember, learning this by yourself can be tough, so it only takes one person to really push you into being the best developer that you can be. My best advice is to surround yourself with like-minded individuals that care and want to grow in the same ways that you want to grow. I didn't have developer friends, but if I was to assign one thing that made all the difference, it was surrounding myself with like-minded individuals. I started looking for devs. I started going to meetups and workshops, and I found out that these people can't wait to tell you what they're working on, can't wait to show you what they know. I found it very inviting. So I started working on my portfolio and trying to land a job. And that gets me to my next point, the portfolio. Web development is a skill-based career, so it makes sense that you're able to showcase your skill set. So enter the portfolio. A portfolio opens the doors and it sets you apart from other developers. It also helps and drive the conversation forward when you get called for interviews. It also speaks loudly about your drive and your curiosity and ambition. What kind of projects do you like to work on? What is your skill set? How does it look like? How meticulous or not are you? What do you care about? My portfolio, when I was a junior, it had 3 projects. The first one, back in the day, it was an HTML with Bootstrap. I just wanted to show that I could do responsive design. That was it. The second one was a Myers-Briggs quiz. You answer a couple questions and I told you what your Myers-Briggs personality test was. And then the shiny object was a video game using a 2D engine that I mimicked it like it was Mario, but he came from Mars, so I called them Marcio. And that was like a shiny object, meaning that they'll remember me because it's like, oh, this guy made a game. That was my strategy. Once you start learning one thing and you get good at it, you're going to wonder, what else could I learn? And in that wondering, a few fears can surface for you. So let's go through them. Am I too late to start on web development? Never. Web development is always changing. So if you think you're learning something new, guess what? We all are, constantly. Am I crazy for doing this? Yes, and that is why we need you. We need people that are curious and care about their work, improving the lives of those around them. And luckily with the internet, your reach can be big. Can I do this? Hell yeah, you can. And when you're here, we'll do it together. How long will it take you? Well, it'll take you about a year just to be a rookie. It took me 4 months to learn the basics and then an additional 4 months to build my portfolio. And that was with the help of my mentor and a lot of drive. But ultimately, it's up to you and how much you put into it. Why is my wife so beautiful? She made me write this. From data structures and algorithms to HTML, CSS, or the latest JavaScript framework, I'm here for it all. Let me know if you have any questions because truly, I'm here to help. I know how it feels to try and learn these things on your own. It can be difficult, but together we can make it work. It's never too late, so see you on the next video.